Hi guys, this is a response to Anastasiaruby's ABC baby name tag, and I've been meaning to do this one for a while, and I just recently had the time to put the list together, so here we go. For A, I have Alice and Axel. I would probably use both of these names, I love them very much. Next is B, and that will be Briella and Bentley. I don't know if I'd use Briella, but Bentley is my #1 name at the moment, so I would definitely use that. Next is C, and that is Clara and Chase. I would use both of these. Chase used to be my favorite name, but my boyfriend has a cousin named Chase, so I don't think we would ever use that. And Clara used to be like my #3. It's like my #8 or 9 now. I definitely use it. I love Clara. Next is D, and I have Diara and Declan. I don't really like Diara, but I really don't like D names at all, and I mean it's okay. And Declan, I love. It's in my top 10. I definitely use it. Next is E. I have Elowin and Emmett. I love Elowin. It's like my #3 or 4. Emmett's cute. I might use it. Don't know though. Next is F, and I have Faith and Frederick. Love Faith. One of my favorite middle names. Definitely use that. Frederick. I'm not a fan of boy F names. Frederick, it's alright, so it's my uncle's name. Next is G, and I have Gracie and Grayson. And as most of you know, I have a cat named Gracie. Gracie! Yes, and it used to be my favorite name when I got that little devil, and like I got used to saying Gracie, 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 you know, and then I just started to not like it as much. Now it's probably not even in my top 10, but it was my favorite name forever. Yeah, so Gracie and Grayson. I love Grayson. I love the nickname Gray. I'd probably use that. Next is H, and I have Haley and Hudson. Haley is in my top 10. I love that name. And Hudson, I don't know if I use it or not. But yeah. But for the H names, I had a really hard time because Haley is like my #7 name, and then my #8 name is Hadley, and I love Hadley so much, so I just had to throw that in there. Haley and Hadley. Next, for the I's, I have Isla and Isaac. I love Isla. It's just, people will probably have trouble pronouncing it, the I-S-L-A spelling. It's such a gorgeous name though. And Isaac, I never really liked until there was this boy on my brother's soccer team named Isaac, and his mom called him Eyes, and I just thought it was really cute. So now I love Isaac. Okay, next I have JC, and I don't know which spelling I like better, the Jaycee or Jacey. I love JC, but I'm not sure which one I like better. And then I have Julian. This was difficult for me because I have another favorite J boy's name, and that's Jace, like as in Jason, but Jace. It's hard to choose, Jace or Julian. Tell me what you think. Which one's better, Jace or Julian? And for K, I have Kalia or Kalia. Not sure which pronunciation I like better for that. It's Kaliyyah. And for the boy, I have Kai. I would use both of those names. I love them so much. Next is L, and I have Lily and Lachlan. Lily is my favorite girl's name. And then Lachlan, I just love. I would definitely use it. Next for M, I have Melody and Mason. Melody is my second favorite name at the moment, so I definitely use it. Mason, I don't know if I'd use it or not, but I really like it. For N, I have Nora and Noah. Don't know if I'd use Nora, but it's definitely in my top 10. I don't know how usable it is. And Noah is my second favorite boy's name, so I definitely use that. Next for O, I have Oliviana and Owen. I don't think I'd use either of these, maybe possibly Owen, but I don't think Oliviana is very useful. Next is P, and I have Peyton and Paxton. I love Peyton for girl. It's definitely in my top 10. And Paxton, I don't know if I use that or not. I love the nickname Pax. I think it's really cute. Next for Q, which I hate Q names, I have Quinley and Quinn, which I would never use either of them. So let's just get right on to the R's. R, I have Riley and River. I would definitely use these names, especially River. It's in my top 10. Riley is probably right outside my top 10, like 11 or 12. I have a little cousin named Riley, so I don't think I would use it. Then for S, I have Seraphina and Silas. I don't think I'd use either of these names, although I really like Seraphina. Silas was supposed to be my brother's name, but my mom named him Cole instead. Yeah, and for T, I really do not like T names at all for girls. So I have Trista, and for a boy I have Trace, which I love. I don't think I'd use either of them, but Trace possibly. It's right outside my top 10. And then for U's, I never have heard of this name before, but it's Ulani. Ulani, and I actually really like Ulani. Yeah, which I was surprised about. But for a boy I have Urban, which is just a U name I had to throw in there. I don't really like it very much. And then for V, I have two names I really love, and that is Vienna and Vaughn. Vienna I've liked for a long time. I think it's really cute. V names aren't very many V names, so I think Vienna's cool. And Vaughn, of course, the beautiful Anastasiaruby made me fall in love with this name. And my grandma works with an elder gentleman named Vaughn, and she's always saying, "Oh, Vaughn did this today, Vaughn," and I'm like, oh my gosh, that is so cool. So yeah, and then for W, I have two names I really love, and that is Willow and Wyatt. I would definitely use Willow. It's in my top 10. Wyatt, I'm not sure about. My boyfriend hates this name. But yeah, I'd use Willow in a heartbeat. It was supposed to be my sister's name, but we named her Tessa instead. We were gonna call her Willie. Then when my mom was pregnant with my brother, if he would have been a girl, we would have named him Willow and called him Willie, because we call my sister, her name's Tessa, and we call her Teddy. And if Cole would have been a girl, we would have called him Willow and called him Willie, which I think is cool, Teddy and Willie. Yeah. So for X, I have Zara and Xavier, which I don't think I'd use Zara, but Xavier definitely. And then for Y, I have Yasmin and Yardley, which I wouldn't use, just Y names. And for Z, I am in an extremely big pickle. I have three names for Z. Zora, Zara, and Zoe. I think Zoe's my favorite, but I just love Zora and Zara so much, I'm not sure. Then for the boy, I have Xander, which I love. Yeah, so if you're watching this, tag You're It, leave a video response, or just a comment with all of your A through Z baby names. Thanks guys, bye.